Alrighty, my friends, so this problem we are going to do together, okay? But you're going to do most of it on your own, okay? So make sure that you have your mouse over the pause button of this video. So if you need to pause it and work in your notebook before you play the next step, you can do that, okay? So we have 989 divided by 37. Go ahead and write that on your paper. You can pause the video if you need more time. Okay. So now, what I want you to do on your paper is I want you to circle the divisor. Which one is the divisor? All right, if you circle 37, then you circled the right number. Remember, the divisor is the number we are dividing by, okay? Now, go ahead and draw a rectangle on your paper so we can set up our area model for finding the quotient. Show me where the 37 goes. The 37 is our divisor. Show me where the 37 goes. You can pause the video if you need time. Okay, if you wrote the 37 on this side, you did a good job, okay? We are dividing by 37. That's our divisor, so we always put it on this side, okay? This side up here represents groups of, okay? The first thing we need to do is we need to think about how many groups of 37 can we take out of 989? Go ahead and write 989. I'll give you 10 seconds to do that. Remember, you can always pause the video for longer if you need it. Okay, so we're thinking about how many groups of 37 can we take out of 989? Remember, we always want to take out a nice number. We always want to take out 10 groups or maybe 100 groups, okay? Let's see if we can take out 100 groups. Figure out 37 times 100 on your paper. Can we take out that many groups? If we said, no, we cannot take out that many groups, you are correct. Because 37 times 100 gives us 3,700. That is way too many, okay? But what we can think about is instead of taking out 100 groups, let's take out 10. What is 37 times 10? So we can figure out what's the value of 10 groups of 37. What is 37 times 10? Go ahead and write that under the 989. If you said 370, you are correct. Now, what's our next step? Go ahead and do the next step. You can pause this video if necessary. If you said we need to figure out what the difference is, then you are correct. 9 minus 0 is 9. 8 minus 7 is 1. 9 minus 3 is 6. We are left with 619. We're going to take that 619 and bring it up here because that's what's left. Now, how many groups of 37 can fit into 619? Well, I already know that if I take out 10 groups of 37, that gives me 370. What if I did 20 groups of 37? Let's see if we can figure that out down here. 20 times 37. Well, first I can do 37 times 2 and then add a 0 to it. Over here I'm going to do 37 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 74 plus 0. That gives us 740. That's too many. Let's just take out another 10 groups of 37. We already know that's 370, and we need to subtract it. Take a minute to pause this video and make sure you are up to this step. Okay, now we're going to take our 249 and bring it up here. Okay. We need to think about how many groups of 37 can we take out of 249. Now we know we cannot take out 10 groups. Why can't we take out 10 groups? Think about that for a second. You can pause the video if you need to. If you said we can't take out 10 groups of 37 because that's 370 and that's way too much, then you're correct. So let's try taking out 5 groups. I need to figure out 37 times 5, and using my multiplication, I can do that on the side. 5 times 7 is 35. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 3 gives us 18. 185, that's perfect. 5 times 37, or 5 groups of 37, gives me 185. Let's subtract again and find the difference. Go ahead and do this on your paper. Gives me 64. Uh-oh, I've come to the end. I can always just add another box. Don't worry. I'm going to bring over my 64 now. Okay, and I'm still thinking about how many groups of 37 can fit into 64. Well, let's try. I know that 30 times 2 gives me 60. Okay, so if 30 times 2 gives me 60, then 37 times 2 is going to be way too much. Okay, so I can actually only fit in one group of 37. And we know one group of 37 is 37. Let's see what's left. I'm left with 27. Okay, now I know that no groups of 37 can fit into 27. It's too small. Okay, so I'm going to add up these numbers on top to find my quotient. So 10 plus 10 equals 20, plus another 5 equals 15, or sorry, 25. 10 plus 10 equals 20, plus 5 equals 25, plus 1 equals 26. And then my remainder, since no groups of 37 can fit into 27, my remainder is 27. 26, remainder 27 is my quotient. That was a long one.